The New York Jets.
They're loaded up on picks.
Cannot tell you enough about how excited I am to work with this entire Jets organization.
21 picks in the next 2 drafts. With that opportunity, we know we have to make the most of it.
The New York Jets select Brennan Williams, nose tackle, Alabama.
Marcus May, defensive back, Florida.
Marcus May, Mekhi Becton.
Let's go, I'm ready, coach, let's go.
Get used to the mantra, all gas, no break.
Supremely gifted quarterback class.
Really close. I was Zach Wilson.
Jamar Chase.
It's the most complete running back in the draft. What a talented kid. Any of these guys are first-round talents this year.
The New York Jets select. Get the dream come true. I'm excited to be a Jet.
Good evening, Jets Nation, and welcome to our 2021 Jets Virtual Draft Party presented by Verizon. I'm your host, Olivia Landis, alongside my co-host, Nick Nangle, and we are coming to you from inside BetMGM Studio. Nick, I'm so excited for this draft party.
I know, it's draft night. I'm so excited.
Listen, everybody, with the 2021 NFL Draft just under an hour away from kicking off, we are your one-stop shop to get you ready and excited for what's to come in tonight's draft. During tonight's event, we'll hear from a number of special guests, including head coach Robert Saleh, GM Joe Douglas, offensive tackle Mekhi Becton, and defensive tackle Brennan Williams. So that's a pretty good lineup.
Not bad, not too shabby. We got some big hitters.
We got some big hitters here. Now, listen, Nick, this is a little bit of a different role for you because you go from being drafted to now talking about players getting drafted. Why is this so special?
This is a special moment because it changes people's lives. Not only the player being selected, but the team as well. First round draft pick has such an aura around it. It's a fun night.
Yeah. What's your favorite part when you think about the day you were drafted? Because little known fact, I'm not sure if people know this or not, but Nick was actually drafted on this day 15 years ago.
15 years ago. 15-year anniversary. It's something that's really exciting for me, to relive, but then also kind of live vicariously through these guys that are getting drafted now.
And when you think about that draft night, what is one of the biggest memories that stands out to you?
Just getting the call. That was a big one. I was at home. I was late to the draft because I was golfing, but getting the call, hearing, hey, Nick, we're taking you, and was just something that just kind of blew my mind. Like I couldn't fully grasp it at the time.
And now that it's 15 years later, do you still get emotional on draft night?
A little emotional, but at the same time, like I'm more thinking about all the stuff that's happened since that moment 15 years ago.
We are actually now taking a look right here. Well, we just got a look at Nick and the call, but right now this is a live look into the Cleveland 2021 NFL Draft. As you can see, big, beautiful stage. We know that they've got a lot of protocols over there. Everyone's being safe, healthy, but pretty nice, wouldn't you say?
The stage looks great. The weather, not so much. Looks a little rainy there. A lot of ponchos.
The weather does look a little rainy here.
But it's Cleveland.
Now, as we continue this draft talk here, you said that it's different, right? 15 years later, you don't necessarily get all of the emotions. But when you think back to that draft night, what were you in your head, what were you envisioning it being? Because you were at home and you were doing it from home. So how did you envision that night going?
I had no idea. I went out and I golfed that morning, got around. I thought the draft started at 1, actually started at noon, so I was late. I did not see DeBrickshaw Ferguson get picked. So I had no idea that the Jets had already taken an offensive. Because you were a little late? Because I was late. I missed the pick. And so sitting there and just waiting because we weren't sure if I was going to be a first-round pick or not. We were assuming high second, but then we got lucky, got in the first round. And so just those nerves of waiting. Like, you see it keep ticking, and I had no idea. I didn't look into it or anything, and it was just one of those things where it was like, all right, we're here to wait, and when it happens, it happens, and I'm so fortunate that it did happen when it did here with the Jets.
That's pretty amazing. I have to make one quick side note because that year that you got drafted 15 years ago, the Jets had 2 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
This year, 15 years later, 2 first-round picks. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Think we'll go, 2 offensive linemen again?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
I don't know. We'll have to tune in.
Jets fans, as we can see, it's about to be a very busy weekend for the Green and White with 10 picks over the next 3 days. We'll sit tight and see how these play out, but until then, it wouldn't be a draft party if we didn't hear from the very man making the calls on draft weekend, and that's GM Joe Douglas. Our very own Eric Allen had the opportunity to sit down with Douglas last week to get his thoughts heading into the weekend's draft. Take a listen.
Joe, how good do you feel about your group's preparation for the 2021 NFL Draft?
Feel great. I feel like where we are right now with the collaboration we've had with the scouting staff, not only the scouting staff, but the coaching staff and all of football administration, feel really good heading into next Thursday night.
You said it was a fair assessment that your team will take a quarterback with the number 2 overall selection. Is it a fair assessment to say the Jets know who the number 2 overall pick will be?
Look, I think right now we're still fine-tuning some things. I think we're down the road as far as having an idea who that will be, but we're still fine-tuning a few things as we lead up into the next week.
Joe, how important was it for you and your staff to go out to the various pro days and actually see some of these top quarterbacks throw in person?
It was a great experience. Just being able to get on field level with these guys, see these guys move around, see these guys interact with their teammates, see these guys throw live. It was invaluable for all of us that were able to attend.
Without giving away state secrets, of course, can you talk about the process involved in scouting some of these top guys?
I mean, obviously there's a lot that goes into it, especially in a year like this year. Again, with all the obstacles that were put in front of our group, our coaching staff, our scouting staff, and for them to find the solutions, just being able to get to know these players as well as they can, the relationships that they've been able to build around the game of college football with different coaching staffs, different programs. It's been outstanding. It really helped us moving forward to get to this point.
Do you have an overall philosophy on movement? Obviously, you've been very active on the trade front at various times throughout your tenure here.
Yeah, I would say each situation is different. When you get to a point in the draft and you have an opportunity for a trade, and a lot of it depends on the remaining players left on the board, whether or not you pull the trigger on a decision like that. So I think every situation is a little different. But at the end of the day, you get with the coach, you get with the top lieutenants, and you hash out a lot of different scenarios and situations, and if the right opportunity presents itself, you pull the trigger.
Culture is key for you. You've reiterated that from the first day you got here. After free agency, a lot of players who you signed pointed to Robert Saleh and the culture that he's trying to instill here at One Jets Drive. What was your thought process when you heard players talk about, hey, they want to join this thing because they know what you guys are doing and you're going to do it the right way?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. I think we all knew when Coach Saleh and his staff came in that there was going to be this buzz and excitement created, and it's happened, and it's so cool to see, and it's so good to talk to the players, get their feedback, and this energy is infectious, and we've got to take it and use it moving forward, and we're excited to all get on the grass again.
I've talked to a lot of your top lieutenants, and they said they are embracing the moment at hand. How unique is this? You mentioned the flexibility you have, the 2 first-round picks, the 5 picks in the first 86 overall, the 10 picks this year, and then we can even fast forward to next year, Joe. You have 2 first-round picks in 2022, 2 seconds, 11 overall.
Look, like I said the last time I got with the media, there's a lot of opportunity, and we have to make the most of the opportunity we have. And so we put ourselves in a position of strength in these next 2 drafts. We trust our process leading up to this point, and we have to continue to make good decisions.
Who set your wardrobe for the 3 days of the draft?
Oh, that's definitely my wife, Shannon. She's picking out what to wear for sure.
And how does it work for those who don't know, as far as how do you line it up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
Usually the first day, it was different last year, of course, because we were doing it from home. But usually the first day is a little bit more business attire, and then it progressively relaxes each day after.
You have any go-to meals draft weekend?
No go-to meals. That's one thing that's peculiar. You think I would, but I don't have any go-tos.
What about any routine at all, including exercise?
You try to get some rest in that day, because usually Thursdays and Fridays you have all day to really think about it. So you try to get a walk or any kind of exercise you can get during those days. Saturday there's a quick turnaround from Friday, so you're rolling right into it. But you try to at least get a little walk, a little workout to kind of clear your head.
And finally, you got 3 championship rings. You've drafted a number of guys who've went on and had Pro Bowl careers, Hall of Fame careers. Do you have a favorite draft memory? And maybe it was last year, the virtual draft, when you were there with your family.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Eric. I think it was last year. It was such a unique experience for all of us. And I never thought that my first draft as a NFL GM, I'd be doing it in my home office with my family feet away, and just to be able to celebrate with them, hug them, and see that all while Makai was hugging and laughing with his family. That was a pretty cool experience.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
In celebration of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jets and Dunkin' are hooking you up with everything you need for game days this season. Visit nyjets.com/Dunkin' Draft for your chance to win free Dunkin' coffee for a year, 2021 Jets season tickets, Jets replica jerseys, and Jets new era draft caps. Don't wait. The Dunkin' delivers Jets draft sweepstakes ends Monday, May 3rd.
Nick, love hearing from GM Joe Douglas. Something interesting when we were listening to those final questions, EA asked Joe Douglas about his outfit, right? And he said his wife picks it out, which I completely respect. I love that. Little birdie on the street told me that when you got drafted, you were possibly wearing some sandals. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's a real possibility. Most likely it was in sandals. The one thing I have to take umbrage with that interview
Yes.
is that he said he did not have a go-to meal.
Okay.
I think that is GM speak, where he did not want to give away the goods.
Really?
I think there's a drink, a snack, a meal, a breakfast. There is something that he does during the draft every year.
What was your go-to for the draft, your meal?
I don't even remember. I don't think we had a meal. I think we were all liquid.
Love that. All right, Jets fans, listen. If you want to get involved in tonight's show, be sure to submit your photos using the hashtag Jets for a chance to be featured. And that's not the only way to get involved, though. Don't miss out on your opportunity to win $100,000.
Lib, did you say $100,000?
I did. I did say it.
Well, now is your last chance to enter the Jet Schedule Challenge presented by JetBlue. Correctly predict the 2021 Jet schedule, including the bye week, and you'll win $100,000. Visit jetschedulechallenge.com for your chance to win and the official rules.
It's a pretty big deal there. Pretty big deal there.
It's not
$100,000. Now we are looking again at a live shot from Cleveland. We got a lot of people in masks, a lot of people in attendance for the 2021 NFL Draft.
I like it. Love seeing the fans backing around.
And you know what? Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know a lot about the great state of Ohio. We're getting a good look at some of the fans excited for this draft, but honestly, in general, I heard that you might have some Ohio facts for me.
Yes, in fact, as we all know, this year's draft is happening in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from Ohio, as you know, and I'd love to give you some quick facts, if you don't mind.
What city, real quickly, what city are you from?
I'm from the southern side of the state. I'm from Centerville, Ohio, just outside of Dayton. And we have a couple things here. Cleveland, Ohio is affectionately nicknamed the Mistake by the Lake.
Really?
And the Cuyahoga River, which is in Cleveland, Ohio, literally caught on fire on June 22nd, 1969 because it was so polluted.
Oh my goodness.
And although we have our differences between North Ohio and South Ohio, we can all agree that we hate Michigan.
Really? Is
Yep.
that true? There's really that Ohio-Michigan beef.
Yes, completely. And those are our fun facts about Ohio for our 2021 draft.
Quickly before we move on, you said you were from Centerville, Ohio?
Centerville, Ohio.
You were a center
I know. I didn't.
in the NFL.
It didn't dawn on me until we played in London when a reporter
Yeah.
was like, "This is a joke, right? You're a center
Yeah.
from Centerville, Ohio." And I was like, "No, I'm from Centerville." He goes, "Yeah, but you're a center from Centerville, Ohio." And I was like, yeah, I get it. Never once
Got
dawned
it.
on me.
So you're telling me they don't breed centers over there?
No, we have quarterbacks, linebackers, kickers. We got everything.
Well, I appreciate the Ohio facts. I'm not going to lie. Didn't know those things about Ohio, but I appreciate them.
Thank you.
And I'm sure Jets Nation actually didn't know that either. But Jets fans, make sure to stay with us because coming up live next is former Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez, a good old friend of Nick's. So stay tuned for that. You're watching the 2021 Jets virtual draft party presented by Verizon.
And don't forget, Verizon is announcing Verizon Small Business Days now through May 7th. Meet with a business specialist for a complimentary tech assessment and get limited time wireless offers. Learn more at verizon.com/smallbusiness.
All right, Jets Nation, welcome back. Now, earlier we heard from GM Joe Douglas, but now it's time to welcome in a very good friend, former Jets quarterback, Mark Sanchez, your little pal, your buddy.
Yeah, I'll call him my buddy, and also the host of the podcast Fourth and Forever, my good friend Mark Sanchez. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? What's up, Jet fans? Hi, Olivia. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you coming on the show. How are you spending this draft night?
Right here in the living room, I got the TV rolling, and Nick will recognize this place, Dasher's Pub, from up in Cortland, in my bar here. So just hanging out at home and watching some picks.
Sounds like that's what a lot of people
Did
do.
you take that from the pub, or did they send it to you?
It was a gift, as far as anyone's concerned.
Five-finger gift? Uh-huh.
All right, guys, listen, we're going to walk down memory lane. It's very special to have the two of you who are such good friends and who also played together on the draft show. So we heard from Nick a little bit on this, but Mark, we want to hear what one of your greatest memories are from when you were drafted.
Well, I was in New York the night before the draft for an appearance, and that night I was told by the Seattle Seahawks that if I was available at number 4, that they were going to pick me. And then fast forward to draft day, pick number 4 comes around, and with the 4th pick in the 2009 NFL draft, the Seattle Seahawks take linebacker Aaron Curry from Wake Forest. And I was just kind of shell-shocked because I had told my whole family and about 90 people in attendance at this draft party that I was going number 4, and that kind of backfired. So I had to walk out of the room because I was a little upset and embarrassed. And I was the only one who had, who was brave enough to go in the room with me was my dad. So my dad walks in the room and he gives me the speech about, hey, no matter what happens today, this is a great day for you. This is a great day for our family. We're very proud of you. And, I didn't want to hear that crap. So I was pretty upset. And my phone started ringing and the area code comes up 917. And I was like, 917? 917? I was like, I think that's New York. It was either 917 or 201. I said, Dad, I think that's New Jersey or New York. Which one is that? And he said, hey, who cares? Just answer the phone. Answer the phone. Well, we didn't realize the Jets had traded up at that point from me walking out of the room and the 4th pick, getting ready for the 5th pick of the Cleveland Browns. Boom, the Jets swapped spots. Next thing I know, I'm on the phone with Mike Tannenbaum and Rex Ryan, and I'm a Jet. So I was, I went from like the lowest point to the highest point really quick, and that change of emotions right away was a little exhausting. And then I had to get right back on a plane and go back to New York, but it was great.
Okay, enough about you. Let's talk about me. When you were drafted, I was sitting on a beach in Antigua, just having a grand old time. Had no idea you got drafted. So I remember when you got drafted. Do you remember when I got drafted in 2006?
I've seen the picture or the video.
What were you doing?
In 2006?
Uh-huh.
I was a freshman in college. Probably getting ready for spring practice or on spring break, being a clown. I don't know.
So you weren't paying attention to me?
Yeah, no, I was.
Of course,
Of
you know,
Big day
he
for
was
me.
seeing the future, and he realized
I
you
was
were going
I was
to
the
be
guy at the
a-
bar that was slurring, like, you guys, that's gonna be my center in a couple years. You don't even know. That's what happened.
Wait, how old were you, a freshman in college?
It's
Trying
just
to get him
'cause
in trouble here. Trying to get him in trouble.
I had food in my mouth. I had food in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. It was the potato skins.
All right, listen, guys.
right.
We are going to now head to our first little game that we've got, okay?
Okay, I know
This
this
is
one.
called Best Dressed Jets. All right, Mark. So what we are going to do, we're going to show a few pictures of some former Jets players the night that they were drafted, and the two of you guys are going to rank their outfits.
Love it.
Sound good?
I can
Mark,
do
you
it.
on board?
I can't see you guys on here though.
Oh, you can't see. Well, how about we just describe it to you?
Okay.
No, we were kind of teasing you there. It's coming up now, so you're going to be able to see it. All right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's go with the first Best Dressed Jet. Number 1, contestant number 1. Who we got?
And drum roll.
Maybe? Drum roll. Here we
Ooh.
go. Keyshawn Johnson. All right, let's look. 1996 draft. 1996, and he still was swagged out. We got the white striped suit. Look at the Jets hat, the Jets throwback.
That's nice too. I don't know if it was a throwback then.
Well, right now. Right
Well,
now it's a
yeah,
throwback.
now it would be.
Right now it's a throwback.
Yeah, I love
Whoa.
the bright white with the bright green contrast. That's the double-breasted suit is strong.
1 out of 10.
What kind of
do you give
color
it?
is that?
What's that?
What kind of color is that? That's fresh.
I don't. That's pretty long. Not a great.
That looks
knot
like
on
something
the
out
tie,
of Peaky Blinders.
But it is, and the diamond earrings. Like he's. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna go with an 8.8.
8.8.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay.
I like it. There's
That's
strong.
actually
That's a
pretty
strong
high.
outfit.
That is a strong rating.
That's a spring outfit. Like that's.
It is.
What do you got, Mark?
Yeah, I'd give him. I'm good with 8.8. I was really gonna say like a 9. I like that.
Oh, he's pushing it over the edge.
Oh, who goes with even numbers?
I didn't know we could do decimals.
Well,
8.8 is still an even number.
Well, but it's a point. It's a decimal. Like
Could split in half
I'm
evenly.
oh my god. All right, next
All
one.
right,
Give me the
player
next
number
one.
2. Let's pull up player number 2 here. Drum roll, maybe? Boom. Darrelle Revis. Of course,
What?
we got to have Darrelle Revis in there.
He's in like a sweater. Not
Yeah.
even a sweater, like a team issue from Pitt.
It's a very casual look for him, and I
Feeling
appreciate
casual.
that because he was home.
Yeah.
So he was not under
Yeah.
the lights and everything. If I remember that video of him getting drafted, he probably had like 60 people in one room. I would want to be casual too. What do you think?
I mean, the fresh lineup, I like. The earring, he can pull it off. The team issue from Pitt, that's where, because I know Darrell can dress up. Like, I've seen him dressed up, so this is not dressed up for me. But I obviously have a skewed view.
So what are you guys going to give him rating wise?
You go first. I went first last time.
Oh, man. I mean, I got to go with like a 7.
That's still pretty
It's
high.
pretty
though.
solid. Yeah,
Solid.
I like
mean,
it. I'm gonna go.
Most of that is because he's just such a baller. Like,
Yeah,
it just
I
doesn't
mean,
really matter. I don't really care what he wears. He's awesome.
Well, that's the thing. Like he's Darrelle Revis. Like no one cares what he wears because he's just going to pick you off. I'm going to put him at a 7.4.
Okay, so we got a 7.7, 7.4.
See what I did there?
I did.
Okay, good.
All right, let's
So
go
dumb.
with the final jet. The final jet. Ooh, Chad Pennington.
Oh, love
Chad
that look.
P.
All right.
It looks like he was at home too.
Look at him with the finger on the ear, like, this is an important call. I can't get any outside noise.
Yeah. Well, you see the cord. That's a home phone, Chief.
Is this pose?
Look at the. I don't think so because you can't pause live TV at that time.
Oh,
so
you couldn't. That's a great
that
point.
had to be taken right away. Look at the hair in the photo from college. I think that's
Look at that.
fantastic.
That JVC television. I love it.
And I mean that is
Top
just
notch.
it's screaming country. He's got the polo on. Just looking at the TV longingly. I love it. I think it's Chad all the way. I'm gonna go with because it's Chad. He gets inflated a little bit. I'm gonna go 8.4.
Still very
Nick.
fair. That's actually
Way
pretty
too
high.
easy of a grader.
He's a quarterback.
That's a
I like
pretty high grade.
quarterbacks.
I know I love him too, but I just want to give him some crap, so I'm going like 6.5.
Perfect. Love it.
All right, quickly give your rating for this one, Mark, and then we're gonna move on to the next segment.
6.5.
Ooh, 6.5.
Yeah, he docked
went low
him.
on that
He
one.
went low.
He went low on that one.
It
All
happens.
right. Well, it looks like
Sorry, Chad.
yeah, well, looks
Don't
like
worry, he's not
Keyshawn
watching.
Johnson is our winner. Is our winner for best dressed jet.
I mean, that was sharp. That
was
was
sharp.
a double-breasted spring suit. It was hot.
All right, guys, we have another segment here for you before we let Mark go, and it's called
I like
Ooh.
it. Little game show action.
A little game show action there. Guess that jet. Okay, you two are going to face off against one another. Now, these are former
Oh, I know
teammates.
this one. I know this one.
You know
Buzz.
this one. You know this one?
Buzz.
How do you know this one?
Cuz. Can I say it now?
No, what we're gonna do is okay, so player number 1, you guys have to guess who the former teammate is, okay? You
Yeah.
grew up a Gator
Buzz.
fan. You know this one? Go ahead.
Yes. Cromartie.
And it is, do you have a guess before we reveal?
I was gonna say Leon Washington.
Okay, the guess.
Oh, no.
Let's
It is
reveal.
Leon. Damn
Let's
it.
reveal. Leon Washington.
Yes.
Yes. What an idiot. I knew that. God bless it.
All right, it's
Dumbass.
1-0.
Sorry.
1-0.
I'm up.
All right, question. We got jet number 2. Check out some of the facts here. Share a first name with my father, but not a junior. I have 2 first names, and he played tennis, volleyball, track, basketball, and football.
Bart Scott.
Wow.
You said
That's
it first.
easy, though. Look at the silhouette.
All right, let's reveal.
Look at that thick neck.
Yeah, it's the back of the neck on the side there.
Look
that
at him.
gave it away.
Look at him.
Bam. 2 to nothing.
2-0.
Dominating.
Best out of 3.
Oh,
You
I
already
won.
won.
I already won, so let's have this one for fun.
We actually have
up,
quickly. We have a video from Bart to the 2 of you.
Oh.
Let's see what
Come
Bart
on,
has to say.
Nacho and Fat Thor. You know it's me. Tennis. I dropped you guys a bone. I know you got that one, right?
I don't
Good
like
old
the fat. I
Bart.
don't like the fat Thor. That's not nice.
Nacho and
You're right, it's
Fat
not nice.
Thor. Oh,
Although
my
it's probably
God.
fair. I'll give him that.
All right, we got one
Dude.
more. One more, guys.
Okay.
Remember when he used to call me Richie Valens? That was pretty cool.
I still like Nacho better.
All right, actually, you know what? Since you went 2-0, we're gonna end it there. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to end it there because you won. There's
I
no
won.
way of coming
I know.
back.
So we'll
Exactly.
call it a tie. Nick's up 2-0. We'll call it a tie.
Yeah. Slap bet. I owe you one.
Well, thank you so much to Mark Sanchez. We appreciate you coming on the 2021 Jets Virtual Draft Party presented by Verizon. Mark, thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Go Jets.
buddy.
Taking another live look here in Cleveland. Looks a little gloomy by the looks of it, but we got a lot of fans out there, which is extremely exciting. And fans, you guys are doing a wonderful job sending us in the questions, but please continue to do so. Just use that hashtag Jets on Twitter for a chance to be featured on the show. Also, keep on bringing those photos, fans. We love taking a look at that. And show us how you're celebrating by submitting those photos. But that's not all, Jets Nation. Lock in your 2021 season tickets and see the newest members of the Jets take the field this season at MetLife Stadium. You'll also get exclusive benefits, including free food, beverage, and merchandise credit to use on game days. Get back to football this season at nyjets.com/tickets. Big deal. Look there. We're getting a live look now at some of these photos that you guys are submitting. Jets fans very excited.
Very excited.
Very
Love to have the
excited
fans
for the
back
draft.
in the stadium. It's going to be awesome to get these guys back. Have a
Oh,
little
look,
fun.
we got a photo of me down there with a fan. You see that? A
Look
fan
at
submitted
that.
a photo of us.
Oh, wait a second. I didn't get any love.
Look at that. I'm famous.
Oh, man. That's a shame.
Love it, love it. All right, beginning tonight, join players, teams, and fans from around the country for the 2021 NFL Draft-a-thon, a 2-day live stream and virtual fundraiser to support pandemic recovery. To donate and to learn more about these efforts, visit NFL.com/draftathon. Always good to see good efforts there.
Hey, Makai, it's Joe Douglas with the Jets. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Coach. How you doing?
I'm great. How ironic is this? We just talked yesterday, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, we talked about those goals that you have.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Remember our discussion? All right, we're gonna reach all those goals, team and personal. Okay. You fired up to be a New York Jet?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Go, let's go.
All right, let's go. I got your back. You got mine. Okay. All right, man. You can come up here and impose your will, right?
Yes, sir. You know I am.
All right, Makai, we're getting ready to turn this in, man. Hey, welcome to the family, brother.
Thanks for having me. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
So cool to get a look back on the night that Mekhi Becton was drafted. And speaking of Mekhi Becton, we would love to now finally welcome him in on the show. Mekhi, thank you so much for joining us in tonight's draft party. We're so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, my man. So we just got done tasting some of the food that the coaches and front office are enjoying for this evening. What's on your meal plan for tonight as you watch this draft?
I'll probably eat some salmon. Just something light, nothing too crazy.
Oh, come on. You're not going to have the little finger foods, something a little bit more exciting for us? Come on.
No, I'm just chilling tonight, laid back. Can't wait to meet my new teammates, honestly.
There you go.
Well, here's the big question. Are you cooking the salmon or is your mother cooking the salmon?
Nah, I'm going to cook it myself.
Well, we love that. While we're on the topic of draft night, Mekhi, we want to kind of go back and relive that night for you. What is one of the biggest memories that stands out to you when you think about last year being drafted by the Jets?
Just getting that call, like my heart just dropped when I seen my phone ring, and it's just a feeling I can't forget.
Now, you were sitting at home with your family because obviously everything had to be virtual with everything going on. Who in your family had the best reaction to you getting drafted? Like, if you could rate, like, your mom?
Yeah, I'm going to say my mom. My mom, because she just grabbed me and, like, started screaming. I'm like, Mom, I can't hear the phone. Like, I couldn't even hear. Everybody was in the back screaming. I'm like, yo, can y'all be quiet? Because I barely could hear the phone. So I would say my mom because she grabbed my arm. I couldn't even, like, we both looked at the phone at the same time, and she just grabbed my arm and started shaking it. I'm like, Mom, get off me. I got to answer the phone. So, yeah, I would say my mom.
Was it like that for you too, Nick? Was your mom very excited?
My mom was very excited.
Was she the most excited person?
Probably. Moms are funny like that. Like
Moms,
they take over. Like that. It's almost it's like you get drafted and you're like, oh, this is exciting, but the moms are like, no, my baby boy got drafted. Like I'm super excited.
Well, speaking of your mom and speaking about your family, what did it mean to your family to see you get drafted into the NFL? Because we've talked many, many times over this past season. You said it was obviously a lifelong dream of yours. So how did your family react to you finally making it to the NFL?
Yeah, it was a great reaction. Like, once I got off the phone, my dad gave me a big hug. My mom gave me a big hug. We all was just crying because I worked so hard for it all my life. And it's just finally that moment was there, and we just broke out.
I love it. So, you get drafted, right, and you go into this whole new world of the NFL. What do you think, after playing a year in the NFL, was the biggest difference between college and the NFL?
I would say the speed was the biggest difference. It was more technical as well. You had to be more technique-based. You had to, like, put your hands here a certain way or you're going to get beat. Or it was just more, I would say that's the biggest difference from the NFL to college.
And as you sit here now, this is your first professional offseason. What has that adjustment been like? Because oftentimes we talk to players in that first offseason, it could be a little tough.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because you got a lot of free time. You don't have school. You don't have classes. You can take trips. You can train at the same time. It's really great.
And so have you taken any trips? Did we go anywhere?
I took a few trips.
Where'd we go? Spill the beans.
Went to Miami.
Oh, a little South Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing Caribbean?
Huh?
Nothing Caribbean?
Nah, just Miami.
All right, we'll get you down in the Caribbean. It's a lot of fun. As you are working this offseason, what's your one big goal that you're trying to work on as you go from rookie year to second year?
Having more definition in my set. Like I didn't. It would be a couple of times I would turn and get out of whack in my set and get beat, and times I shouldn't have got beat. So I would say working on my set and more definition in my angles that I'm taking.
Smart choice.
Mekhi, you're now finally heading into your second professional season. And your first professional season, obviously, you played it during a pandemic around the world, so there were no fans at MetLife Stadium. You never were able to really play in front of the Jets fans. So what is that going to mean to you to be able to play at your home stadium, MetLife, full of fans?
I can't wait. I'm going to have chills because I know we're going to do starting lineups and I'm going to be able to come out. So it's going to feel great. I can't wait.
Are you going to sign a bunch of autographs? Because you know the fans are going to bombard you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I got to get them because they missed the whole year. I got them for sure.
Love it, Mekhi. Now, before we move on to the end segment that we want to do with you, we heard that there was a little bit of Twitter beef between you and defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. We're going to throw it up here on the screen now. Nick, you want to read exactly what this beef was?
Yeah, so I've been in my fair share of Twitter beefs over my tenure on Twitter, and this one looks to be all in clean fun. But, you know, is there anything that you want to mention about this Twitter beef and really kind of put it to bed, or do you want to just keep this thing rolling and have some fun with it?
No, I said what I said. It's facts. If I had a draft night, my fit would have been way cleaner than his. Like, I would have had my ticket at the time. It would have been way cleaner than his.
Come on, you got to describe to us, or at least give us an idea of the color scheme, the type of shoes. What kind of outfit would you wear that would make it over the top?
I can't even tell you that because I stopped thinking because we didn't have the draft. So, like, I can't even tell you that, honestly.
Oh,
but I would have had European pants for sure.
You know you would have had the Gator loafers. We all
Yeah,
have
for
them.
sure.
Yeah. The Gator loafers.
Gator loafers.
Yeah.
They're beautiful too. Like mine are black. Like it's just very classy.
Well, Mekhi, we are so appreciative that you were able to come on the draft show with us. Now, before we let you go, we want to end our segment with you with a little bit of something called This or That. Nick, you want to explain the rules?
Yeah, so it's very easy. You got to pick one. I'm going to give you two things. I'm going to start off. I'm going to do four just kind of in a row. We're going to hit a little rapid fire here for you. This or that, all right?
You got to answer as fast as you possibly can.
Right? Just top of your head. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes for sure.
Pancakes or French toast?
Pancakes.
Pancakes or cinnamon rolls?
Pancakes.
Pancakes or omelet?
Omelet.
Oh, see, got him.
I thought it was pancakes all day on the field, in the kitchen.
Thought it was going to be 4 for 4. What do you got, Liv?
All right, I got a couple for you here. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hamburger or hot dog?
Hamburger.
City life or country life?
Country life.
Travel or stay at home?
Travel.
All right.
I've got one last one. All right. Now, you and me have been through this. All right. And we still haven't had one together, but we'll get there. Are we doing Taylor ham or are we doing pork roll?
Taylor ham.
Yeah, it's my guy. Taylor ham.
I'm going with what you told me. Like, I'm going with your word. Taylor ham all day.
That's my guy. See?
Love it, love it. Well, thank you so much to offensive tackle Mekhi Becton for joining us on the 2021 Jets virtual draft party. Mekhi, we appreciate your time and enjoy tonight.
Thank y'all. Y'all too.
Fans, we've been loving seeing your photos. Look at this. We've got some live photos in the bottom left corner and the dog. You see Mark Sanchez and us in the back in the top. Now it's the top right corner.
And I see my jersey, so I'm getting finally a shout out there, so I appreciate that.
Fans, we love the fact that you guys are submitting these photos. Make sure to go to Twitter. Use the hashtag Jets.
Oh, there's a live one from Cleveland.
Live one from Cleveland. Look at this, 2021 NFL Draft.
Look at that. That is fancy. And what else we got here? Oh, the gear.
The best run businesses run SAP.
The New York Jets select Quinnen Williams.
Listen, thank you. He's too big. He's too fast.
Hey now. 303 pounds, over 30 inches in the vertical. NASA doesn't believe what's going on right now.
That translates. That'll play.
Best player in the draft. I can do it all.
Dominant on tape.
Can the Jets get a sack? Guess who? Quinnen
And
Williams.
it turned me to a machine.
And Quinnen Williams sniffs it out.
I'll tell you what, quarterbacks, somebody's going to hunt you down.
Wow.
All right, well, we were just able to get a flashback of defensive tackle Quinnen Williams and his draft night. Now, I'd love to welcome in Quinnen Williams to the 2021 Jets virtual draft party. presented by Verizon. Thank you so much, Q, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I love the fact that we are getting a car interview. I think that makes it special.
I feel like we are very special.
We are.
It's an exclusive interview.
It really is. Like, there's not too many people that are getting an interview on in the car. Q, I got to ask you, you were drafted in Nashville.
Yes, sir.
What was that experience like for you?
It was amazing, man. Just get that opportunity to walk across the stage, man, and do something I've been dreaming about doing my whole life. So, being with my family, man, hanging out with my friends, just getting to live my dream, man. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to walk across the stage, man, and not only get drafted first round, man, but third pick was amazing to me. So.
Now, I know you said the entire night was a dream come true. It was an amazing night. But when you think of the draft night, what is one specific memory that stands out to you?
Just walking on the stage, man. I can't never get that out of my head, man. Like when the lady gave me the hat and got a chance to walk across the stage and just be at all on a lot of NFL fans and just a lot of people that was out there in general, and just looking at the commissioner face to face. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos on the NFL draft growing up and different things like that. So to get to experience that, man, it was just a one of a kind dream. So.
He said he watched a lot of videos of players getting drafted. Did it live up to the hype?
It lit a way past the hype, man. Just to get a chance to. I was super nervous walking across the stage, taking the pictures and everything like that. I'm just like, man, this is amazing. So.
Now, we know what happened that night, getting drafted in the first round and all the fun and frivolity that you got to have then. But do you remember what you ate for breakfast that morning?
I didn't even eat breakfast. I was so nervous. I know what I did. I got on the bird scooters. My brothers and my cousins, we all got on the bird scooters and drove around Nashville on the bird scooters.
Really? So you skipped
breakfast? So, yeah, that whole morning.
I love
so
that.
That was things I definitely remember that I did that morning. Like, I woke up that morning, everybody else was asleep. Like, my brothers and cousins and stuff was asleep. So I woke them all up, and I was like, man, let's go enjoy, let's go look at Nashville and stuff like that. So we all got on bird scooters and drove around Nashville.
I think that might be actually one of my favorite
bad
pre-draft stories. Rode around Nashville on my scooter with all my family.
Exactly.
That's a pretty good one. All right, so you didn't have breakfast, but did you have a memorable meal that night?
I was just so excited. What's crazy, after I got drafted, I did so many interviews and different things like that, and just got home so late that I don't even remember eating that night. I know what I had the next morning. I ate so much, like pancakes, waffles, bacon, eggs, grits, just different things like that next morning.
So I got to ask you, we got to get real questions. I mean, we can only do fun questions for so long. What to you was the biggest difference between your rookie year and your second year in the NFL?
Just experience, man. I think a lot of things that I did my first year was just rookie mistakes and just mistakes I knew that I can easily fix, man. Just coming to the second year, I was just determined to fix those mistakes, to fix those things and different things like that. And I think the main thing was just nutrition and endurance, man. I think I attacked my endurance and my cardio real hard that all season. It just helped me tremendously out during the season.
And now that you are in your second professional off season, what are some things that you want to work on in your game to hopefully see come to fruition in year 3?
I got a lot of things I want to work on. I just want to continue to work on my cardio and just continue to work on my nutrition also, man. But a lot of things like explosion, man, my hip mobility and different flexibility and things like that. So.
Well, we look forward to seeing that.
Now, after your first year having fans and last year not having fans, what are you most excited about having the fans back at MetLife Stadium for this upcoming season?
Just to cheer, man. It was just so different, man. Because when a big play happened, you wouldn't even know it happened because there's nobody there to cheer. So you wouldn't even know what's going on until you get it home and look at your phone and be like, oh man, such and such made that catch, or this person did that, or this person made that big hit. You wouldn't know until you get home and look at the Instagram and stuff like that. So
Checking out the gram. I like it. Speaking of social media, it appears there's a little Twitter beef going on with you and Mekhi. Do you want to comment on some of the things that have been said? Do you want to squash the beef, or do you want to let this thing just kind of roll?
I'm gonna let it roll. We're gonna see probably first game when we bust out our outfits, our game day outfits and stuff like that. Mekhi be having me beat because I love Nike and joint suits a lot, but I'm gonna have to pull out some gear this year for our game day outfits.
Be honest with us, Q. Do you really think Mekhi would have had a better outfit than you?
I definitely think so, just because he would have had to get it custom.
Wow.
Like,
so you're giving him the credit.
Everything custom, like everything had to be put perfect because he's just so big and strong and like so.
That's very, very true. But honestly, that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Fair assessment.
And
I
would
like
say
that.
That's very friendly because Mekhi seemed to really be persistent, on Twitter that, hey, I'm going to have a better fit than you.
Yeah, he was strong on the Twitter game.
All right, now listen, Q, we're going to do something a little fun with you because we know that when you were drafted, viral moment for you, you sneezed and then you blessed yourself and said thank you. So instead of having you reenact that, we're going to reenact it, and we want you to tell us which one of us did it better, okay? Sound good?
Oh, that sound good.
All right, you go first, Nick.
No, ladies first. You
Rock,
go.
paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You go first.
All right, here we go. Q, are you ready?
I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear you guys.
All right, there we go.
All right, so listen, you're going to judge us who reenacted it better, the famous sneeze. I mean, we're talking to the man who made the sneeze.
I know. I'm actually kind of nervous.
I'm a little nervous, too. Okay, here we go. Bless you. Thank you.
Okay. All
That was
right.
good.
Now, wait.
That was pretty
That was a good one.
No. Wait. All right. Here we go. Achoo. Bless you. Thank you.
All right, Q, come on.
What do we got?
Me or Nick?
Both of y'all was good. I think it was like a 9.9 versus a 10. So I think she took it, though.
There we have it.
Fair enough. Understandable. I get it. I know where I stand.
Listen, Q, we're not going to take any more of your time. We appreciate you coming on the 2021 Jets Virtual Draft Party presented by Verizon. Thank you so much. You were great.
Thank you.
Together we'll stop at nothing because innovation never takes a time out. Find out more at delltechnologies.com, the official cloud infrastructure provider of the New York Jets. Jets fans, we've got something a little special for you. As you can see, the desk looks a little bit different now. Hats are moved. You want to tell Jets fans what we have on the plate here?
Yeah, so on the plate here, so the coaches and front office staff have to spend a ton of time here at the facility because you never know what's going to happen, right?
Yes.
The GM could be like, hey, listen, we're trading up. We need to be ready to go with this pick. And a coach has to be there to give his, I like this guy, I don't like this guy. So people are always here. And they got to eat. So I asked the fine folks here to bring up what we're eating. So they did.
Great idea, by the way.
I'm going to, it looks like I have chicken parm with a penne marinara with some grated parm over top. It looks like cooked carrots and steamed asparagus, which I got to tell you, I'm going to dive into very shortly here. Would you like to explain yours?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually pretty impressed by the way you just described all that. You sounded very official, like an official chef. What I have right here, I'm going to try to do the exact same thing. I have a deliciously charred steak. I'm going to guess about 8 ounces.
Looks like a nice fillet, I would say,
Looks
right?
like a nice filet mignon. About 8 ounces here, and I'm not sure exactly what temperature it's cooked, but hopefully it's cooked medium because that's how I like it. We also got some cheesy mashed potatoes.
Those look good. I'm a little jealous of your cheesy mashed potatoes.
You can have some of my cheesy mashed potatoes if you want. And then we have, same thing, cooked carrots, and I think it's roasted or steamed asparagus.
Right, and this is what I love about, as we can see, if you just want to get a little bit. Oh,
No, it's
nice,
not fake food.
Nice. No, it's not. I'll eat it right now. Look. So, what I love about football is that food is included. And I think that's the big thing that we have going this year. And I got sauce on my fingers. The big thing that we have going on this year is that we're going to have fans back.
Yes.
And that means tailgating's back.
Tailgating.
Uh-huh. So I'm super excited about that because we're going to have the fans back. We're going to have tailgating. That food, when you walk through the stadium and you're going through the parking lot to get to the stadium and you smell all those smells.
Just the smell of it.
I feel like this year is going to be, 2021 is going to be the year of the tailgate.
The year of the tailgate.
I'm calling it now.
You're declaring it right now. 2021, the year of the tailgate.
Because we missed out on it last year.
We did.
And we did our best, right? You know, we had some fun content videos that we did. And we got to meet some fans and what they were doing at home. But now the fact that we get to come back out and be around other fans and be in the parking lot, and people are going to blow it up.
I love that.
I love that. It's going to be awesome. And I think that's just going to fuel more fire into the fans coming into the stadium. They're going to be more excited because they've had delicious food coming in. I think it's just going to be an amazing atmosphere for year of the tailgate.
I agree. Let's try these amazing dishes that we have here. Compliments to the chefs. Haven't tried it yet, but I know it smells delicious. Jets fans, tell us what you guys are eating on draft night. We want to know. Go tweet me and Nick and let us know what your draft night meal is, because we've been talking to everybody about their draft night meal. We want to know what you guys are eating. All right, I'm going to dive into the cheese
Carrots
and
are
mashed
delicious. I went with the carrots first. I love it. And then I'm going to dive into the chicken parm here. You know, I said chicken before I
looked. The cheesy mashed potatoes, I'm telling you.
It could be veal. Nope, chicken. Still excited about it.
Diving into the steak now, Jets fans.
Now, do you have a draft meal?
This one. This is it.
This is it?
Okay, if I had a draft meal.
If you had a draft meal. Because remember, the first round is long.
I'm going to go a little bit to where I'm comfortable and where I'm from. I'm going to go with Mexican food, and I'm going to go with nachos. I'm going to go with super nachos.
Super nachos.
So it's when you bring the plate and you dress it up exactly the way you want it. It's literally perfect for a football game anytime, or anything football, anything sports related. It's the best meal.
Is there meat on these nachos?
Yes.
Oh, what kind of meat?
Any type of meat that you want. We usually do ground beef.
This is you. We are talking specific.
Ground beef. Ground beef for us.
Interesting.
Yes.
Because a lot of people like a shredded beef.
I know.
But
we,
I like it.
We go ground beef.
Like
All right, listen, Jets fans. We're going to get busy on these plates.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're doing that, we want you guys to hear from head coach Robert Saleh, who earlier this week was able to sit down with our very own Eric Allen ahead of the 2021 NFL Draft. Take a
Robert, what's the past 3 months been like for you?
It's been awesome. The work that we've been able to do as a staff, along with the work that we've been able to do with Joe and his staff, has been very productive, and it's been fun.
Yeah, how do you juggle everything that's going on right now? You're instilling new systems, obviously. You hire a new staff. You go through free agency. Now the draft's around the corner.
Well, that's the thing. Our staff is awesome. Support staff's been awesome. Everybody's been doing a great job doing their part. Joe's been great with his staff, and it's just been easy flowing. You know, everyone knows exactly what to do and when it needs to be done by.
How's that collaboration went between not only you and Joe, but your staffs? Because you guys have to talk about your systems and what you're looking for as far as the physical skill set in players, and then they have to go out and tell you the grades they have on guys, but also they have to fit that. It all has to come together.
No, it's a process. Joe was awesome in giving us a forum to be able to present what we look for out of our players, what our scheme asks of these players. And his staff was on board listening in and taking notes and asking us questions. And obviously we were asking the scouts questions. And so it was a tremendous session of just constant collaboration, communication, and feedback from one another. And like I said, it's been very productive over these first 3 months. And those conversations still haven't stopped.
Well, what do you think about the opportunity at hand in the draft? I know people think about these guys as finished products, but what can you say about not just drafting, but then developing them?
Yeah, that's, the drafting part, we're always excited about the drafting part. Like there's not going to be a single team that's not happy about their draft class. But the work goes into developing these guys, not just mentally but physically, which is why we're excited about the performance staff that we've brought in. And we have a lot to be excited about. We have a lot of opportunity, and we just got to be great and make the right decisions.
I wanted to ask you about the number 2 overall selection. Joe said it's a fair assessment that the team will take a quarterback. For you out there on the scouting trail, how important was the pro day experience to see some of these top signal callers actually in action?
I think there's value in it. Our scouts, Joe, our coaches have done such a great job evaluating the quarterback class. Be able to be there and just see people in person and see what they look like, standing next to them, just to get a better feel of what they look like. You just have so much limited time with these young men because of the circumstances. But this year, more so than others, I would say that it's valuable.
Lastly, what is it going to be like for you draft weekend? So much action going on, and you and Joe both seem to be calm in the storm type personalities.
Oh man, for Joe it's like 2 minutes, and he's got this calm about him. He's going to get the right calls going in, and he's going to be able to flow in and out of his mouth. He's going to stay ahead of the chains or ahead of the time, and he'll always be, the clock will never be an issue for him. I'm just watching him through this whole process, watching him through free agency. He is what a play caller in a 2-minute situation in the Super Bowl will look like. Just calm, as cool as the other side of the pillow. So.
And I got to imagine you're chomping at the bit to get these guys on the field after the draft is
done.
done.
Absolutely. That's the fun part. Coaches don't like meeting rooms. They don't like offices. They want to be on the grass. And so we're excited to get the opportunity to work with everybody, not just the rookies.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
Streaming live 10 minutes following the Jets' final selection each day of the draft, Jets Overtime, delivered by Duncan, will be available on nyjets.com, the Jets mobile app, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV. Eric Allen will be joined by Jets legends Anthony Becht and Eric Coleman to recap every selection and to preview what's ahead. Fans will hear from the new Jets for the first time and also find out why the selections were made from team personnel. Together we'll stop at nothing ahead of the 2021 NFL Draft. As we wrap up this 2021 Jets virtual draft party, I have to know, what was one of your favorite parts? And don't say Mark, because we know he's your best pal.
I know, I won't. Actually, I'm going to be the weirdo that says, I loved all of it. Like, having the interviews and hearing from Mekhi and Q and Mark, JD and Coach Law, like, just having all that insight was pretty cool, like, leading up into the draft. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was actually surprised when it came to the Quinnen and Mekhi beef. That was one of my favorite parts, to go over that. I was surprised.
The fact that he just stopped. He was like, yeah, no, it's over. I was like, this is crazy.
Mekhi was like, I said what I said.
Yeah, he was like, strong on it, and Q was like, he backed down so fast. It was a little disappointing, I would say.
Now listen, I have to ask, Nick, because, you, like I said at the beginning of the show, you went from being drafted to talking about players getting drafted. How much did you like being behind the camera, hosting?
Well, you made it so much easier. If I was by myself, this would have been a disaster. But it was awesome that we had this opportunity to talk to the players, to interact with some of the fans seeing those pictures.
Yes.
The dog is my favorite. Maybe the kid. I don't know, one of the two. And so it was a neat experience all around.
Yeah. Jets fans, we are so grateful for you guys tuning into the 2021 our NFL Jets draft party presented by Verizon. Thank you guys so much for sending in the photos. We really appreciate it. We loved seeing all of the social wall, how you guys are celebrating the draft tonight. And be sure to tune in to NFL Network at 8 p.m. where the draft is actually going to start here just in a couple of minutes, to stay tuned to see who the green and white are going to choose at that number 2 overall pick and that number 23 overall pick. But that's all we have from Nick and I here at inside BetMGM Studio. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.